What are some of the most terrifying creatures to ever live on this planet? Emerald jewel wasp. It reproduces by stinging a cockroach and paralyzing it with its venomous ears. The cockroach goes mad from the venom in its brain. The wasp then bites off the end of its antennas. It then leads the half-paralyzed brain-dead cockroach along by its antenna, using it as a lead towards its burrow. Inside the burrow it lays eggs inside the roach, then buries it alive. While in its tomb, the larva will hatch from within the cockroach and over a period of a week feed off of the still alive cockroach. Finally they will eat its organs, finishing it off before growing up to go repeat the process themselves. We lucked out. Polar bears evolved to live mostly away from society. Sans a couple remote places, they would easily ruin a grizzly bear, a lion, a tiger, really any other dominant predator's day. They are the only active species among bears known to actively seek out and kill humans. They have huge territories they cover and they can smell you from far away. Basically, polar bears are the most evolved up the food chain predators Earth has to offer, unless you count humans. Terror bird, which lived in South America some time ago, was like 3 meters tall version of an emu and had a giant beak which it used to smash its prey to bits and pieces. Also could run pretty fast. Flesh-eating bacteria. Cockroaches are too damn resistant to, well, everything. The brain-eating amoeba. Yeah, it does what you expect it to do. That fish that swims up your dickhole in the Amazon. There's a kind of parasite worm that enters living crickets and mantises and take control of their body. I haven't got any video links for now though, but googling something like zombie cricket parasite should do it. 8-foot-long sea scorpions must be on the list somewhere. Mosasaur. Giant hornets. They give the same venom that regular hornets give, but more. Florida man. Unconventional, but the amount of people mosquitoes have killed while being regarded in many places as a mild pest is kind of unsettling. Megalodon. The idea of that is pretty damn frightening. Definitely snails, things that are that slow or planning things. Bird-eating spiders. Australians. I don't know if this is a living organism, but prions are real freaky. https en.wikipedia.org/wiki/prion. https en.wikipedia.org/wiki/prion. While there are plenty of prehistoric things that could kill you, I've always had a soft spot for the nastiest. https en.wikipedia.org/wiki/nastiest. A 19 feet long fish with an armor-piercing bite is scary by any metric. But something about the way the creatures had fossilized in a way that lets you know exactly what it looked like when alive is terrifying. I have no idea the name, but I remember reading about this parasite that usually cling to fish gills, but will occasionally swim up someone's dick when he is peeing in the river and suck blood in there. Box jellyfish. Cockroaches. They're disease-ridden, suspected or proven carriers for leprosy, bubonic plague, cholera, typhoid fever, leprosy, spread E. coli and others. Can fly, will likely survive a nuclear war and can survive headless for up to 7 days before they starve to death, and they're fucking creepy ugly. Everything in the deep sea. As an Australian I can't tell. Lone Star tick. The vegans have begun their assault. Humans without humanity. Humans. They're the most intelligent beings on this planet. They have powerful weapons capable of wiping out most of life on Earth. Humans win that one by an unbeatable margin. Bobbit worm is here. Camel spiders. Everybody forgot Ops Mom. Probably the Titanoboa, a large snake. I think wolverines were once the size of bears. Anti-vaxxers. They're literally enabling diseases to make a big comeback. What happens when a really terrible affliction returns in a big way, like smallpox, tuberculosis, or the plague? How the hell did I scroll to the bottom without seeing anyone mention botflies? Arthropleura, a 2-5-meter-long millipede. That thing would be horrifying to met. Mosquitoes. Humans. We've killed, maimed, and destroyed ecosystems as we consume resources at an unparalleled rate. Pablo Escobar. A black bear that ate 40 kilos of cocaine before dying. I don't know about anyone else, but a coked-up bear sounds kind of terrifying to me. The mythological Leviathan. Many think it was an aquatic dinosaur of some kind that many believe to be carnivorous and absolutely massive, like orca-sized or larger. Just imagine something like that in the ocean. A massive T-Rex-faced dinosaur possibly swimming around near you. Vladimir Putin. That one spider eating a possum. The man-o-war jellyfish. This isn't the scariest, but why don't you go ahead and look up what an ant's face close-up looks like? It still exists, but the cordyceps fungus. It's basically zombie ants. Terror birds are pretty nuts. 10 feet tall birds with talons and beaks designed to rip flesh. Extremely powerful and fast, they were the apex predator in South America for millions of years, until the continents of North and South America collided and new competition arrived. Imagine an ostrich on steroids with a taste for blood. Humans. Ever seen a 30 centimeters long centipede? Course you haven't. They won't leave survivors. Legit though, my phobia. Titanoboa is one of my faves. I scrolled over halfway down this thread. Didn't see any mentions of the short-nosed bear. Imagine a polar bear, but like twice as large, strong, tough, and super pissed we named it because of its nose. It's thought the reason it took so long for humans to navigate the Bering Strait on their migration to North America is because this huge pissed-off cocaine bear kept mauling them to death. Humans are the most terrifying, followed closely by the short-nosed bear, likely killed when it catches up. I'd be curious how many orcas have killed people and were never caught. Also, whether or not orcas ever attack polar bears. We also have little to no evidence on Greenland sharks, which could be absolutely terrifying. Despite how few people swim in those frigid waters, they live to be 250 years plus. They've done some shit at some point, I can imagine. Viking ships sinking, etc. Anti-vaxxers. Multi-level marketeers, I mean business owners. Door-to-door salespeople. R. Kelly. Candiru, a fish that's really thin that lives in the Amazon River. Attracted to urine. If you pee, it'll lodge itself inside your urethra. Also, it has backwards-facing barbs to prevent you from pulling it out. Humans. Clippy, the office assistant. Box jellyfish. Spiders. Humans. The emerald cockroach wasp. Ants. So small, so smart, so many, they utterly terrify me. Rogue apostrophes. Bedbugs. We got those once and it was a pain in the ass and a lot of work to get rid of them, and years later, I still have PTSD when I think about them this year. Hell pig. Humans if you think about it. Sea wasp, jellyfish with no known antidote. Velociraptors and ancient 6 feet snapping turtles. House centipedes. Humans. There used to be a frickin' animal that was sort of like a Loch Ness monster that was a meat eater. It could swim like a shark and walk on land in search for food. If that still was alive. Oh hell no. There was a BBC series called Walking with Beasts in the early 200s. There was one episode dedicated to the terror birds of South America. Imagine 10 feet tall meat-eating ostriches stalking prey through tall grass. Tardigrades, or water bears for short. The things are freaking aliens. They don't die. Radiation no. Heat no. Cold no. Vacuum no. Nuclear explosion no. These things are scary. And in a scenario where they become sentient, they could easily take over the planet and become the dominant species of Earth. Sweet little old blue-haired church ladies. They find refuge in people's desire to show respect to their elders, and they wear the most perfect of disguises. But within the context of their places of worship, they are cutthroat in the extreme. You have been warned.